Hello everyone. Welcome to Cosmic Cup Duos in September. We already have some action going on. 4 arenas competing today. Contender Esports Fort Smith, North Carolina Esports Academy, Reforge Gaming Lounge, and XP League Arlington, Texas. Playing Fortnite Duos Reload build today, as I may or may not have already mentioned. I'm excited for these games to come in today. The Halloween themed map. Right, we're looking at the map. We got Baby Dragon getting a knock on General CVS. The favor has been returned. Core Pro gonna knock them out, get a revive on their teammate. But as you can see, we're playing Reload. The respawns are gonna come through. So it's not over yet. As long as one teammate is alive, you are going to be able to respawn back in. There's some cross-map navigation coming out from Blink. Let's see where they want to land. And where we just left, it looks like Goru Pro, General CVS, Baby Dragon, or you keep trading eliminations. Blisking shot from the air from behind. Going to land here on this honestly pretty cool map. It's a different map than most Reload games offer. Great peek through the window for Rivel here. Going to knock out Drud08, who's trying to blend in with that gray skin there. Blueberry Fizz coming out. Look at these mid-air shots. Another knock on Drud. Rivel is really going for the eliminations here. Getting another one. Cold in a build fight right now. Let's check this out. Actually, just building around. They do have an enemy close to them. Here we go. They found him. Cold got knocked with the window peek. Rival trying to go through. Rival in the disadvantage, just gonna box up. Try and do an edit peek. Window, or the wall broke, but 2 AM wasn't able to catch Rival by surprise. AJ is knocked out. Cold only has an AR. Earl's really having a tough time with Frag Dread here. And there's just a lot going on here at hand. Like Cole unfortunately walks into death. Frag Dread and Shek here. 4 total eliminations. Let's take a look at the elimination leaderboard in the match right now. Frag Dread, top elimination. And a lot of folks with the top elimination are knocked out here. 2AM JJ in some action. We were watching them playing with Prada. I believe these guys are from the Reforge Gaming Lounge arena. Long-time competitors here with Nova GG in the Cosmic Cup series. Frag Dread's gonna knock out Drud. We have Proud and his teammate here on an elimination streak. Or on a shot streak, I should say. Proud is moving in. Try to take some long shots with the shotgun. Used to that Wrecker revolver in the main playlist. That insane range. Shooting the slugs and the shells there. 2M AJ gonna go down with a nice shotgun SMG play. Proud and JJ are stacking up some eliminations on the leaderboard. Frag Dread now at 5, and everyone else just has 1 kill or less who's remaining in the lobby. We have about half of our player base left here, so let's see what happens. Have a little moving build fight. Joel to go, gonna get knocked out by Frag Dread. I mean, 6 eliminations so far. This is a lead. And the reload isn't really playing like reload here in duos. As we mentioned, there is that respawning opportunity, but there haven't been too many respawns, which do count for extra kill points if you can manage to get the kills. The kills are the primary way to earn points here, where you may say that placement is that here. And we got some More gameplay from Frag Dread and the teammate. That unlimited grappler there is really going to help. But all these players have infinite mobility as long as they're in this water. Shek and Dread are trying to catch up, but they're not able to with the power of this water and the warp schools. This is not going to be able to happen as fast as they want to. Shek is trying to get in. We have a box here. Some edit plays are going to go out. We have a shot coming through. Dread on the other side is going to one pump and get that elimination. And now folks are spread out around the remaining circle here. 14 players left. Blink here with a mammoth pistol trying to land some shots. Look at that shockwave play. 2 AM AJ. I mean, we're seeing two teams here really move out at the top. We got 2 AM JJ. We got Frag Dread. Some other folks getting knocked out, eliminated. Baby Dragon here. Getting shot from behind. Trying to juke people out. Nice headshot there. I know they play sound effects when you got eliminations now. I didn't know that. Fortnite is an ever-changing game. Baby Dragon moving around, trying to juke enemies out. Fortunately not going to be able to work this time, just taking the respawn opportunity. It's like we got Shek and Frag Dread who are again just stacking up these eliminations. 9 total eliminations at this point. The rare diagonal edit was just showcased there. And folks are spread out right now. We now have 4 teams left in the game. They're all within this zone, so the zone pull's not going to bring anyone into the circle. They might think that that's happening, but no one new is getting pulled into the circle. What I do see is Proud and their team going closer to 2AMJJ. And then we have 2 teams very tightly clustered here in Terror Turrets. So I'm very curious to see how this goes. Terror Turrets folks are just hiding out, it seems. More adventurous here for teams outside the named location. Proud looks like they found some loot piles here. Are actually getting shot from the Terror Turrets teams. You know, it'd be converging into a multi-team battle here. As we see some build fights going on. There's just some folks ejecting. Look at this long-range SMG here. JJ going in. Trying to get the close kill using the skulls and the crash pads. Shockwave didn't know where exactly, except Shockwave straight ahead. And players are just coming from all the angles here, folks. Long and far as well. JJ opening up the hunting rifle, see if they can grab a shot. The zone is pulling away from most teams here, as we can see around the map. Be very curious to see who decides to rotate first and who can kind of take that ground in the new zone. We got Proud with the knock, going to grab the elimination there. But their teammate is still below. Reboots are ending in a minute 25. Reboots will end at some point in the game, just so we can get these final eliminations rolling. And we're just going through a labyrinth here, but I don't know if we can build through that SMG. We have some bush plays from Aso, but they're not exactly hidden, given that this bush is on top of a plank of wood. Also building some 1x1s here, even though they are far away from the storm, building that to shield themselves as they shockwave, trying to pick up some items and some mobility on the way there. Let's look at Frag Dread here. Only team currently in the circle as far as I can see. Though there might be another one peeking in behind them. Just trying to get picks as players rotate here. Seeing some healing go on. They want that to happen. Hit a tag of 39 through the wall. If reboots have ended, folks. Now is the best time to grab these eliminations. And look at that sniper headshot from Proud. Reses are trying to come through. The reses are crucial at this point. And Proud came in. I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it on the map. Proud came in and knocked him. He's trying to switch perspectives to Proud right there. And we've got a 2v2 situation, folks. We got Polk's team versus Proud's team. Proud knows the location of the enemy. Pollux obviously knows the location of their enemy. They were just making a lot of noise. I'm playing the slow game here. Not going to push. We have these infinite grapplers, good mobility. There's no pressure to move right now. Proud's been trying to replicate the magic they had on that site, but it's not going to work just yet. We had the Flowberry Fizz. Folks are deciding whether to Shockwave or keep the grappler. Shockwave might send them in the storm. Hear how strong it is, and here we are. We're in this situation, this 1v1 sort of situation. Folks hiding in the house. They don't even want to be in there, though. They want to get out. Folks with some interesting maneuvers. Same with Aso, but Aso does not have the best movement here. That infinite grappler is just going to be brutal. There's no way that they're ever going to run out of that stuff. And 2MJJ has access as well. She's a pretty good mobility. I think I saw 4 or 5 shockwaves on there. It's a brutal 1v1 situation here. Trapping their teammate below them. So there's a little bit of beef on how to build the structures there. If their enemies are close. I'm trying to get on the action. We have just a classic build fight going on right now, but Pollux and their teammate are not budging. They're just gonna stay low, trying to go on this natural structure here. Bad choice. The high ground, they just gave up and must not have known that they were up on that structure. Oh, so it's a tough fight. Not necessarily impossible. When you're at 14 health, it might be. Even with that great headshot, Proud and JJ are going to take home the first victory out of our 5 total score drops today for the Cosmic Cup October Reload Zero Build Series. The Rebuild Build Series in duos. We'll be right back with an overview of the points as well as the next drop 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. All right, folks, and we are back with a leaderboard update here for Cosmic Cup builds. Fortnite Duos Reload on October 25th. 2 a.m. JJ and Proud in the top spot with 33 points. Close behind them, North Carolina Esports Academy, Sheck, and Frag Dread. XP League Knights in the 3rd place spot, and RJ on the 4th place spot. So we have all 4 arenas sharing 1st through 4th. Let's see if the competition shakes up in this next drop. We'll be dropping shortly. Excited to bring this POV for you. This is drop 2 of 5. We have 5 score drops today. And we are dropping on this map. Really does pull people close together for encounters. We'll see where everyone lands here. And then pick a couple of POVs to choose and spectate. We're going to see who we want to see. Most teams dropping in the lower half of the map. We have a few moving to the upper half of the map, and we already know where the first circle is. This rotation is going to be pulling in some people on the bottom. We're going to have some fights going off spawn as well. Dirty Mermaid having a P90 off spawn, and they're knocking Robot Dog, grabbing their first elimination. Looting the ammo box. Threat is not entirely neutralized from what I can see on the map, so they will have to pay attention and be vigilant about this. In Drud, we've spectated Drud a lot. Drud is going to grab a knock on Moss 23. Hanging out in this area. Revenge Rails. There's some teams encroaching on each other in the hamlet, so let's go over here. We have Rival, who we saw in the last game. We saw most players in that drop, likely. Just looting up, no pressure right now. Other team's hiding sort of in the shadows. Let's see, we got Craveem and Blink. Just hiding out here on the outskirts, trying to grab some materials, get some weapons, and make sure that they're loaded up for the rest of the game. We have Reforged 1, who's playing as a solo. Landing in. We didn't see much of them last game, but we'll follow them for a bit while we wait for some engagements to occur. We got checking some knockouts. Reforged 1 currently in engagement. Let's see how this goes. I mean, this is a 1v2. It's going to be tough. And then I got 2 MJJ here. Getting shot from behind. Rival is landing some shots on the star team. Let's see what happens here in this engagement. It looks like Rival is not going to flee. Looks like Rival is going to take the fight. Sheck now controller to go in the meantime. Alright, Striker AR going out 47 damage on the headshot. We're picking up the hunting rifle. Had a lot of success with snipers and hunting rifles in a few past games. I'm very interested to see how this goes. Another 46 to the dome. Crash Pad accidentally got popped. Probably saw their life flash in front of their eyes. The other team could capitalize. That could have been big damage scored. Fortunate for them, they did not see this. And now we're shockwaving in. We have a push going on. Rival versus JJ and Proud. Along with Cole. Let's see how this goes. A little bit falling in the build fight. Cole moving up, doing some 180-degree maneuvers. Editing just to edit, it seems like. Alright, there we go. We're moving out. There's some huge edit plays. Unfortunately, not able to land a shot on Colt's POV. Great builds, but just getting frazzled right now. A couple of missed shots from the opponent. 119 damage. Colt finally landing a shot here. That's what they need. And they're shockwaving out. They land that shot. 100 and 100, and they disengage. They're leaving Rival behind. Rival's hiding. Noticing enemies shooting down airdrops and enemies building around them. What will Rival do? I'm sure that the other team, I'm sure that JJ and Proud are confused at this time. Just trying to find where the enemies went. Maybe they didn't even notice that shock. I'm unsure. Heisted shotgun from Proud. All-time favorite weapon of mine. I love the heisted shotguns. I'm missing the shotgun shot, but still gonna AR out Ravel. And JJ got knocked. I didn't notice that JJ got knocked. And so looking a little tough right now. And teams are spraying out more over the map. We had some early eliminations in here. Pollux is unfortunately not going to be able to hit that. You just see those walls immediately come down. A 360-degree maneuver on the ice. We now have a 3-team engagement here, folks. 3-team engagement. And a 4th team is jumping into this. I mean, we got like half the lobby here, folks. So there are definitely be some faces that are eliminated here in this engagement. Unless they all successfully disengage somehow, which would be a miracle, to say the least, considering the amount of players in this engagement. Frag Dread here coming in with the edits, trying to retake walls. Immediately in the face of Lunar Proud. Proud not going to let them get down. And there we go. We got a knockout on Dread. There's going to be respawning. Shek is out here. I wonder if they have any plans to get Shek. Just trying to shoot out the med miss, shoot out the heals. Got that exotic hunting rifle there. Pistol and a shotgun. Respectable loadout. Shek just going to be jumping around, trying to get the respawn over the team. And we see these respawns flying away. Just not care. They're disengaging. They're flying into some other teams here in the Haunted Hamlet. We got Moss 23 goaded here, trying to start up an engagement with Goru and General. But also is landing in on top of this location. Do they know that there are multiple teams here that could engage with them? I'm unsure. Well, they know now. They know now. I know this is an intense build fight. Also, it's like, no thanks. I'm gonna box up. I'm gonna go away. They don't seem to really build fight that much. They just like their boxes and they like shockwaves. And you know, it's a respectable strategy. Trying to play for the placement points, playing a little bit more passive. You don't want folks on your tail all the time. I certainly do respect it. But you can't do that all the time. Rival now back in the game. Good loadout. Just going to see what they can do here. Trying to knock out last member of this engagement. But we have a full team here. It's so many teams just go on top of each other on this map. When it gets small, these zones really pull them in, folks. Lots of teams close to each other, but this zone pull coming in about 10 seconds is really going to change the game. It is really going to drive some engagements, I feel. Speaking of an engagement, got Frag Dread here trying to knock out Pollux for good. Pollux getting knocked in. Did also just eliminate themselves? Is that team out of the game? It looks like it. Unfortunate timing for Osso and Pollux. And now we have teams spread out across the map. I'm seeing some damage ring out here and there. There might be some long distance engagements, but nothing resembling a build fight yet. Oh, hold on. Rival's trying to go in. They're hungry. They want this win. Nice shot right there on the shotgun. Another one. A little bit long distance to go to Cold's POV. The edits coming in, hip firing. The AR trying to break in. They have the edits. But Proud reverses it. Proud reverses it and knocks. It's up to Cold. Is Cold gonna bail? Try and take advantage of these revives while they can, or try to eliminate the #1 team in the last game and secure a point advantage, assuming that they make it to the end. Updating our kill leaderboard. JJ, the team with 5 eliminations, and we're just sitting out here in the storm, super long storm. Proud and JJ made it out, but we're just being extra cautious here. Rivel, hello? Oh yeah, trying to return to the old loot. I see. They got hit? Wow! Doting Mermaid sitting near the zone with the sniper and knocked down to 1 health. No healing perhaps on the team. You need to give your bros some minis, man. Alright, there we go. Reboots are ending soon. I mean, this is a tense drop, folks. At 2 a.m., JJ is getting knocked. We need to see how this happen. Proud over here. Oh, we're just in the storm, trading eliminations. We are so far out there. I mean, how much more healing do they have? Can they make it back into the zone? It appears that they might be able to. Show that shock arrow. At least Proud's making it in. JJ, on the other hand, is going to get knocked, and Proud's gonna have to come back. Luckily, the zone is kind of moving in their favor. Proud's a precarious position, depending on who's in the area, which unfortunately no one's picking up on it. They do not try and grab some picks there. Folks are just getting bunched up here, trying to keep their distance, but it's just not going to work. The zones are pushing everyone closer together, and the zone contains a decent amount of water, so it's going to be interesting to see how folks divide across this river. We do have a knock, Joel the Goat. Eliminating Goru in general. Take a little bit of damage. Looks like some a gas bomb, something like that. Near the edge of the storm. Just trying to stay here so they have a good path to the next rotation. Take a look at Doting Mermaid there. Kind of laying low after that huge snipe. We should see this team sneak up in points. Going over to the mending machine, trying to buy some heals for the late game. There we go. You need to tell your teammate Moss about that vending machine. Proud is on them. Will Doting Mermaid just try and stay alive at the placement points? I think that's what we're going to see here. Ooh. But they need to flee. They need to flee fast. The panic grapples are coming out, folks. And Proud is going to get the elimination. A 2-aim AJ. Teammate knocked down and thirsted by Shek. I think we're going to see a 1v1 between the top 2 teams, depending on how this goes. We have the launch pad come out. Launching them super high in the air. 2-aim AJ wants to get here on this battle tower. 3 teams remaining in this game, folks. It's not going to be an easy game. That I know for sure. These 1v1s are going to be intense. Wow, nice shot from Dread. Going in with the shotgun and eliminating 2-aim AJ. Is now a 1v1 team situation. Have a couple issues with the spectator system here, but we are able to make it in time. Shek and Frag Dread are in poverty right now. They need to get these heals off. Especially Frag Dread. We got some effects going on here. I mean, this is good. This is what is needed. Tossing a med kit to their crony over there, who also desperately needs that healing. Rapid fire SMG going to deal some damage to the builds. But teammates just need to stay together. They need to get some shots off while they're flying with the shocks. We're near some old structures too, which offer an interesting fidelity of cover. I wonder if anyone will try and reuse the structures. Looks like we've got a new build fight here coming out. Chicken Frag Dread are just really having a good time. spamming the SMG. 2M JJ gonna come down. Being eliminated by Frag Dread. Or knocked out, I should say. The res almost gets off, but I'm unsure if you're gonna be able to res at this point. I mean, the low HP there from Proud is going to hand the win to Shek and Dread. Congratulations, Shek and Dread, on winning Score Drop 2 of this month's Cosmic Cup edition. We will be back with more coverage of Cosmic Cup after the break. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everyone, we are back. Apologies for the delay with the third drop. First, a little recap on the score for drops 1 and 2. We have a tie at 61 points each for Sheck and Frag Dread, as well as 2AM JJ and Lunar Proud. Tie at 61 points, folks. A tie. Third place, 2AM TK instead of JJ and Limit Jodel at 37 points. And XPL Knights, Polox, and Oso fourth at 34 points. The next drop is ongoing, and there's already some action, already some team eliminations. So, I mean, let's get into it, folks. Joel the Goat and 2AM AJ, we were just talking about them. They're here, grabbing a couple of eliminations at the POI. A couple of them shotgun shots, but that's never discouraged anybody. That's just going to allow them to knock out Baby Dragon. I mean, this is a solid start. 3 eliminations right at the start of the game, getting most of the early game eliminations here. Most folks compacted in this bottom zone, though we will be seeing some rotation down through Creepy Cabins, through a Strange Estate, down to Haunted Hamlet, likely. We will be seeing a little bit of that, but it's crazy how most of these teams end up managing to land the zone, and unlike the last few games where folks have been often compacted together, we do have this start where, you know, these early game eliminations rung out, and there's really not much to do right now until teams encounter each other. There aren't a lot of close engagements. There aren't a lot of contested locations. It's going to be a slower start than we're used to, but we'll amp up at the end as we get more people rotating, get more people into these closer and compact zones. I don't know why they put a chest on the wall. This is some interesting map design. Epic Games, what are we doing? If they'd reply, they could say, great question. That's probably what they'd say, I think. See some activity spotted here. That's a great eye from Blinking Craybeam. Great eye. Blake's just in this precarious position in the 1x1. And they're gonna shockwave out of there, and here's where the engagements are coming in, guys. Got Cole and Rivel. Great performance in the last drop, trying to improve on it for this drop. The most second Dread gains elimination, but that's not the focus right now. Look at that, bam, headshot, but it gets reversed on Cold. Rivel now needs to save the day. You guys recognize the skins? You know what we're dealing with? Let's wait and see. We're just taking storm damage here. Wow! Blindsided! 2 149s in a row from Rivel. No meds to even build the wall, but we get one knock, we trade. Unfortunate situation. That could have been a huge elimination on Proud and JJ. Absolutely massive elimination, but unfortunately does not come through. There's some more spread out teams here. Wow. That woke us up, for sure. Not close with their teammates, still not in the zone. The zone is going to be largely the same for these teams, so we're not going to see a lot of movement. We're going to see engagement chasing, folks trying to find engagements. on their own merit without the zone kind of pushing them into those engagements. So we're going to be seeing. Joel's seeing some folks through the storm here in Hamlet. Will 2AM AJ be able to beat 2AM JJ? Gonna shoot for the window, and unfortunately misses. Ooh, gets in the box. Not able to do much about it though. AJ trying to get out of this maze of builds. Regain the high ground, enter some boxes. The roof method worked well for you. Yeah, let's try that again. Ooh, there we go. Retook the roof. I mean, big things could be happening here for 2AM AJ. We have another team pinned here inside of this box, and we're dipping? Going further into the storm? Oh, we're going outside of the storm. Okay, yeah. Sometimes it's hard to tell with Fortnite, but Joel the Goat's respawning. We're going to disengage, and I mean, all things considered, it was a great engagement. You definitely shook their boots there with some of those retakes, so good job. We're here with Proud and JJ. Been talking about them a lot. Have not spectated their POV once this game. We got a little bit of engagement here. Versus, I believe, a solo player. Trying to break into this box. Trying to keep the high ground. I mean, the mats are low here. For 2AM JJ, the mats are low. Only a couple more builds they can do. This is definitely a precarious position, especially if their opponent does have more material. So yeah, we're just trying to AR right now. It seems like an effective disengage. Oh, we're gonna chase. We're gonna keep chasing. Probably as Proud as mats. How many? Okay, yeah. Proud's maxed out on mats. Needs to split these mats with the teammate after knocking down 2AM AJ. 2AM JJ, you need to calm. I got mats. Or no mats, actually. Get some comms rolling, folks. And now this zone is going to be huge. It's going to move a ton of people in the right direction into these engagements as we are pushed towards the bottom left side of the map here in drop 3. After this drop, only 2 more scored drops remain. And then we will be crowning a winner of this Cosmic Cup. But for now, we must go through the process. We must see the process of elimination. Folks earning points, competing for the top spot. That is what we're here to do today. Bold knocking down Craybean. As we see there in the elimination feed. Folks, so the top team at the XP League Arlington location is moving around here. We got Blink hiding from the wrath. 2AM JJ and Proud. Unfortunately, not going to be able to take them out. It's actually Rivel. I didn't notice. I saw the 2 light colored hairs. I thought it was. I thought those were our guys. They're also both a blue color on the map. So yeah, very, very surprised. Now, Proud and JJ rotating in. As you see, this rotation is bringing lots of teams close together, as you can see here. We got a 1v1 with Rivel involved. Let's see how this goes. We own edits on that build. This is a powerful exotic rifle. I unfortunately forget the name, but it is powerful. We're just neutral. We're staying in the storm. There's a lot of staying in the storm in these drops, I've noticed. Lots of staying in the storm, but we are staying in this engagement as well with Jodel. Unfortunately, not able to land as big of hits as they want. Ooh! This 1v2 is precarious. We're at 61 health here. Unsure where the teammate is. 2AM AJ just looting up. And Jolo unfortunately went down right as I went over to check on AJ. Truly unfortunate situation. Oh, we got a multi-team engagement. Frag Dread knocking some folks out. I don't think it's over yet. We get some folks here in this super small zone. This zone is going to crush right here, guys. This zone is going to cause a lot of issues for a couple of teams if they don't position themselves early. Looking at Rivel over there. Looking at Drug Robot Dog. Looking at Pollux and Oso, who are primarily, you know, taking that pacifist route, playing through the game. Let's watch them take on this relatively difficult rotation. This rifle's just so powerful, guys. 60 damage. Amazing rifle right there. We had Cole doing some work and some elimination on both those players. You saw the kind of outside perspective. Rivel noticing out of the corner of their eye the builds up on the barn. What are we going to do here? Frag Dread just knocked and eliminated 2AM JJ with 8 seconds to spare on the reboots. Imagine what could have happened if they delayed that knock. Could have heavily disabled a team. We got Proud knocking eliminating Frag Dread after reboots are disabled. That is revenge if I've ever seen it, folks. 9 players, 5 teams left. We have a number of solos running around the map, folks. A number of solos, and the circles just continue to tighten. Not favorable to any of these teams. Some a little bit more than others, but they definitely would prefer being able to stay in one spot, camp up, get in boxes, take 1v1s as needed. But wow. We got this window here and this SMG dealing tons of damage from range. Albeit mid-range, but still quite far away compared to the close range combat we're used to seeing these SMGs employed in. This explosive rifle from Rivel is just huge. It's allowing lots to happen. Lots of damage to come out from this player. Look at all the damage that rifle does to those builds. We got Shek and Frag Dread taking a low profile look here into this fight. Yeah, not gonna eliminate on Pollux. 7 players remaining on 4 teams. We got 2MJJ and Lure Proud. 10 eliminations on Proud. 10 eliminations. That is going to shake up the scoreboard for sure. We're crash banging not exactly into the zone, but close to it, and I mean loads of stuff is happening here. We have Proud trying to grab elimination 11, elimination 12. Rack up as many eliminations as possible. Shek knocked down and eliminated. But Shek eliminated their teammate 2MJJ just now, right before that knock, so this is a precarious position for sure. Might miss out on some hiking of these placement points here. Standing in the opponent's med mist. One of the most tactical plays of the history of mankind, getting beaten by a shotgun though. Needs to get out of the situation. It is a 1v2 at this point. Rivel and Cold are trying to get this win, trying to make a name for their team. But all these limbs are just showing how dominant 2AM JJ and Proud are in this match. And Proud, 34 health in a dream, is coming back at that explosive AR. Such a liability for these 1x1s here, because you can slightly bank the explosion off the wall, and it looks like Cold is going to be able to go in with the shotgun and grab that elimination. Unfortunately, we're watching, and Cold and Rivel, I believe, had 3 different winners across 3 drops today in Cosmic Cup. Folks, we will be right back after the break. These games have been electric. Thank you for sticking around and watching. All right, and we are back. 2 more drops left, but first let's get the score overview here. 2 a.m. JJ, I'm proud of eked it back into the lead, only 3 points ahead of Sheck and Frag Dread. This is a battle between RGL and North Carolina Esports Academy. Let's now focus our attention on the drop. We have another low-facing zone. And we got like a 4-corner situation going on here at the Hamlet. Could devolve into 2 1v1s here. Let's see what they do. Wow, and look at that, taking over the unbuilt roofs to knock Baby Dragon. Baby Dragon has been knocked out. Teammates still here though, so that reboot will process. Looks like user is just here. Sticking around. One other possible engagement here with Reforged 1. We'll hang out here for a little bit. Speak of the devil, Rival actually has some company, so we're gonna go back to this. I know this can happen. Getting crash pad over here, trying to get some mobility in. Rival falling back. 3 teams are now surrendering this location here. Going back to Baby Dragon, getting sniped by Sheck. Sheck flying over. I mean, there's just a lot of action going on here at this Hamlet. Wow. Got the hit marker, but spawn invincibility, it was still in play for a second. He's got this engagement going on here. Just tunneling around these buildings. Oh, man, this is a wild 3-team engagement. So early in the game, too. Swap for sucks with Joel and AJ here. Come on, AJ, we can get these elims. Alright, knocking Baby Dragon. The teammate is near. You gonna let this respawn happen? Leave him knocked? Just gonna take the 1 for now, and it's just generating lots of kills here. No permanent elimination yet. Actually, I spoke too soon. Look at this rotation. Madness is going on here. And Rivel's gotten knocked. Being pushed out the Hamlet, they get knocked. I mean, everyone's just being forced to move. Everyone is being forced to move. We see Joel the Goat trying to get in here, cause a ruckus with this engagement. That recoil was absolutely frying Joel on that SMG. Might be time to use an AR for trying to make shots like that. But that SMG has been pretty effective at range for them. If you tap fire it and you tap fire it well, you can make that happen. AJ here trailing a player. Well, that player's already out of here. The edit plays theoretically good, but I mean, with that grappler there, just leaving the House of Punishment patch, you don't need to be there. Have potential engagement here. Lost 23 goated. Hiding here in the room with a P90. I believe last time we saw a P90 on this team, it went pretty well. So we shall see. Ooh, making noise just gave himself away. And unfortunately, that's going to be a knock. Hiding on opposite walls here is an interesting strat. Joel and 2M are in their own little 1x1 here. We just see lots of rotation here. Nice knock on Doting. Nice knock. There you got the elim on Doting and Moss. Going to bring another team out of the game. Got 2M JJ in a close 3-team encounter. Missed a little bit of the action, but let's dial in. 2M AJ getting knocked out by Rival. Rival and Cold versus JJ and their team. Unfortunate miss there in the first shotgun shot from Cold. If not, that probably would have been a knock. Ooh! Dome 102. But it's gonna get reversed. That shotgun has no ammo in it. Need to find opportunity to revive, or Rival's just gonna pick up the elims. But we still have another team here. And there we go. We knocked down Joel the Goat. I mean, for Rival and Cold, this is looking pretty good right now. We're grabbing eliminations. We're making sure that stuff's going on. And everyone's just crowding near this house. 2MJJ is just smelling the meat here, but I mean, getting knocked down by Shek like that, maybe it wasn't worth being this aggressive after all. The gunshots ring out on Proud. 43 health. We have slices of pizza. We have minis. We're going to negate the fall damage. We need to go down here. We need to heal. Teammate will be back in contention soon. Just need to live. There we go. Popping these minis. Teammate is back. Popping the minis. Popping the pizza. That's what we're just going to want to do here. That's what you're going to want to do. Getting those heals while teammates are distracted. Now, Proud went down right when we checked the map. To Shek. 2MJJ. No loot. Flying near players. No mats. What could happen? Could this team fall apart? JJ's knocked out. That's it for that team. They ended 4th place. Let's see what's going to happen now. We have another engagement at the outskirts of the map. We got Blink here. Grabbing a couple of shotgun shots, but unfortunately going to get eliminated by Rival and Cold. Rival and Cold, this is really their game. This is their game where they've been shining. They've been grabbing some solid eliminations. They've been doing everything that they need to do. So, let's see what happens. Got some massive mobility coming in from Drud, who is painfully under-equipped for the situation. A shotgun would be awesome for them at this time. Just going to go into the cornfield here, running into a player. No biggie, no biggie. We got crash pads. Just kind of panicking, trying to drop those. Probably going to be up to Robot Dog to ensure that things can go on here. And look at that. Everyone clustering near the bottom of the zone. Frag Dread currently taking gas damage, but has this exotic Mammoth pistol. Wow! The explosive Mammoth pistol hit for 50. Gonna knock out Cold from the hip. Playing a man down right here. Just shooting blindly through the cornfields, using that explosive Mammoth. And I mean, the explosive Mammoth is really a mammoth in terms of what you can do with it, in terms of its power. It's a very great weapon. Yes, some other exotics laying around as well. Shek and Frag Dread really just going to try to defend themselves against Rival and Cold. Amazing kind of eliminations right here. Almost tied up on the eliminations, so the placement points are really going to determine who becomes the crown here, given Dread and Shek are ahead on the leaderboard compared to the other team, to Rival's team. So the earlier that we can get this knockout, the better. I mean, folks are trying right now. Reboots end shortly. This is really the last time we can take risks before, you know, losing the extra body. Wow, look at that. The shotgun mammoth combo. Just being able to fire, get that explosive AoE damage. It's not a large AoE, but it is one. It is one you can definitely notice for sure when you're using the gun. That's very, very nice. We have a regular mammoth pistol user here in Goru and General CBS. Kind of a dark horse in this lobby. Try getting knocked down again. In the middle of Med Mist. Frag Dread. It's just always Frag Dread coming out with these eliminations. Let's just get a total count. Shek and Frag Dread now higher on the elimination count. Rival, Cold. We need some action here. Some ballsy plays. We're going to take some AR shots in the distance. Could be what's needed, but I just saw the explosive mammoth go off, and you know, you're right within the crosshairs here. Dread gonna back off, join their teammate, who's moving around the horse stables right now. And Shek just got knocked. But wow! The explosive damage! Just delivering an instant elimination. Frag Dread. Can they lead the team to a solo victory? That is the question, folks. That is the question. Hopefully we have an answer shortly. Ooh, Jodel! Got him! Jodel and AJ! Or General CVS are in tough luck. Look at all that movement. That might be the most movement I've ever seen in a tournament right there. Holy moly. But Cold and Rival are going to be able to take the knock there. This is really Cold in Rival's game. Hold in the storm for a little bit. There we go, getting a knock on AJ. Using that auto shotgun, super powerful auto shotgun. And look at that, look at that! Joel not called out. It's gonna be a precarious situation. 1v1v1. And folks are just sitting in the storm. Look at this. This is nuts. We're gonna break through that one by one with the Scar, the all-powerful legendary Scar, using that missed grenade. Gonna grab some healing here. And we just need to get to Leech Lake, get to the sex zone. Everyone needs to make sure that they're in the zone, they're following it as it's moving. It's actually moving back towards punishment. Robot Dog might be coming by with the heist of a lifetime if they're careful. Could heist a win out of this with particularly careful engagement timing. That did not happen. Robot Dog meeting his maker almost there on the launch pad. Unfortunately for the enemy, Robot Dog was not able to get knocked out. Just jumped on that pad, soared into the sky. We're A-okay. Oh, and we got a massive 1v1 here. Rydell knocking out Jodel. Second place secured for Robot Dog's team. And let's see how Rival goes through this. Doing some tunneling right here. Perhaps practicing it. Let's go to Robot Dog. They're just building in their own respectable manner. Maybe not as fast as a builder, but they definitely know some techniques. Might want to use that fizz, man. Get that armor up. That is what would be needed at this time. We'll see if they do pop that. Rival staying at the bottom. Robot Dog staying at the top. We're really being non-confrontational here. Rival has the health advantage, arguably a little bit of a skill advantage. So I'm curious to see when the hesitancy will drop and when we'll start seeing some moves to grab these eliminations, or the last elimination, I should say. If I just sort by kills, there's an insane amount of kills here available. Like in a match, which is nuts. So many eliminations went through. And yeah, we got the high ground versus the low ground. Rival thinks they can play the low ground. They knocked their opponent down. I mean, this might be game over right here. I mean, we definitely saw some fall damage getting hurt. 45 health with one shot. Rival taking the game. In Vengeance of Cold, Rival and Cold, 16 eliminations plus a victory. That is a huge amount of points. I'm excited to see how this impacts our scoreboard. We will be back shortly with more Cosmic Cup action, folks. Thank you for watching, and we will be right back. Hello, everyone. We are back with our final drop of the day. We got Sheck and Frag Dread from North Carolina Academy at the top spot. RGL, 2AM JJ and Lunar Proud. NCA, Cold and Rivel here in third place. The game has started here. And let me take you into this POV and we can see what's happening on the map here. Appears we had a technical issue with the match, so we are going to restart it. I'll be back momentarily with the actual match. Right, folks, we are back. This is the state of the leaderboard after game 4. 116 points for NCA Sheck, 107 points for 2MJJ and Proud. We'll go into this last game here, which due to technical difficulties, we will count as a scrim drop. Those who've had disconnection errors, we will still air this match for you on the stream. Those scores that you just saw will be the final scores for the event. Unfortunately, can't control what's happening with Epic Games, but this is the most fair way to ensure that the results are accurate and fair to the competition. Congratulations again to our top three: North Carolina Esports Academy, Sheck and Dread, Reforge Gaming Lounge, 2AM JJ and Lunar Proud, North Carolina Esports Academy, Cold and Rivel. Congratulations to all the competitors today for putting up a great fight. We'll see you all next month for more editions of Cosmic Cup tournaments. Thank you so much for watching.